What's going on, everybody? How you doing? Let me see. I always do this. I don't know why. I got to check to see if I am actually live on my page and to see if I actually have volume. Usually, for some reason, it only broadcasts it to me and it locks it on my page. I got to figure out why it's doing that. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. I got to fix that. So yeah, now I am live and I am public. So actually, I just thought about this by I was actually talking to actually one of my former employees, and they gave me the idea that I should go live for this because they were actually asking me question as to far as well, what do well, at first they were asking me what I'm doing, and I don't know if you guys know or not, but actually I have my own business, and I am doing actually helping other businesses with their social media marketing and building their presence online. So if you're any business owners, I mean, we pretty much help anybody, everybody. The name of my business is Leads and Funnels, and then you can actually see that on my profile on the left side at the top. And actually, I'm kind of reaching out to other agency owners and I'm helping them, especially the ones that are getting started out with their agencies. They're kind of trying to do the same thing as, social media marketing or just pretty much the same thing that I'm doing as far as helping other businesses in their endeavors online, because obviously marketing is changing. Online marketing is changing. Everything is going pretty much headed towards online. So if you're still doing marketing by using newspapers, and if you're doing marketing by using, just old methods and everything like that, you possibly need to transition. But yeah, the reason why I'm going live is actually pretty much is like, I know I mentioned yesterday as far as how you needed to supplement your income, or that you needed to supplement your income. Yeah, there's my engagement. My wife always reminds me of my engagement. Hashtag live if you're on live, hashtag replay if you are on the replay. But I know I mentioned yesterday as far as and hashtag ABM for always be moving. This kind of, well, actually that kind of sparked the conversation. As long as you get started and you do something, you don't want to do everything at one time. I know a lot of people talk about, well, how do I supplement my income? That's kind of where this conversation sparked from. And the person that I was talking to were actually, was like, well, what do I talk about? So I was kind of giving them ideas as to what they could talk about based off of their life and all that stuff. And they said that may not be interesting enough. And they said there's already other people in other sides of the countries that are talking about that. So I said, well, but you're on this side of the country and you're in this state and you're in your skin. So, you can talk about, your story, and you can tell your story and your point of view. So, that's the situation, because everybody might be talking about, a specific topic. I mean, how many people talk about sports? But there's only, a particular amount of people that some people want to listen to when they talk about sports. So obviously there's something that is drawing that one particular person, is how they're presenting the information about sports that is actually getting people to tune in. So everybody has a story. You just need to figure out how you're going to tell your story, which I don't know. I keep this book by my desk. There's a 16-year-old kid right now that because of this book, he is actually a millionaire. His dad told him to use this book and to treat it like the Bible. He said he read this book 1,000 times. He said read it over and over. That's what his dad told him, but now he's a millionaire. And everybody always talks about, why do you talk about money? Why do you talk about money? Well, if you don't talk about money, I mean, obviously, that's something that everybody wants to get, is money. Based on our society now, whether you like it or not, you're going to have to use money to create things in your life, to create things. Everybody has dreams. How can you meet your dreams and meet your goals and your expectations if you don't have any money to supply them? I mean, yeah, you want to feed you want to feed people, you want to provide clothing for people, but in order to do that, you're going to have money to do that. I know there's certain things that you can do, but even just to buy the raw materials to make the clothing, the cotton, right down to the the dye of the material. Well, you say you have a white shirt, so I mean, but still you got to have instruments and stuff to do that. I mean, you're going to make all that stuff by hand. You still got to go out, you got to buy needles and everything like that. You got to buy a sewing machine. But anyway, based off of that, you're going to need money. So why not talk about money? Everybody wants money. So the situation that actually just came up was the person was saying, well, what do I talk about? So I kind of gave them ideas and stuff like that. I said, well, you want to start small. I said, basically, you want to just figure out what you want to write about or talk about. And then you do that by just writing it down. I mean, some people like to just journal, just pretty much just write down your story. So that's the first thing you do. Figure out what you're going to talk about and then just start writing it. And then, I kind of just not necessarily really jumped on camera. I mean, I guess I kind of did jump on camera, but obviously there's somebody actually in our mastermind that is having, I guess I won't say difficulty, but really doesn't like going live on camera. So actually I guess you kind of want to, build up, have a process in going, live, because some people really just can't jump on the camera. Actually, my first live, I was uncomfortable. I'm not as uncomfortable now, but even when I still go in the bathroom and I do my bathroom lives, which I haven't done in a while, because I guess pretty much I'm just comfortable sitting down right here at my desk. But I guess the situation is, so I mean, even though your first live, you're going to be nervous, but you got to understand that you can move through nerves. And once you move through nerves and once you get comfortable with doing specific things, once you get comfortable and, facing your fears, it gets normal and it gets natural. So, and then you're not as nervous. I mean, I guess there's still, a tendency to get, I guess, a little bit, frightened and, scared every time you go live. Cause like I said before, when I was in the bathroom, it's like, you never know who's going to tune in, what they're going to say or anything like that. But the thing is, you just got to take every situation. I mean, either you can ignore them or you can address it. I mean, that's the only thing you can do. I mean, the person's not right there in your face. I mean, yeah, it hurts your feelings and all that stuff if they say negative and mean stuff. But that's the thing. If they're sitting there, as Gary Vee said, if they're consuming your content and they've actually watched your content and then they take the time to comment on somebody, then obviously they're a pretty bad off person anyway. So why would you even listen to them? They need more help than what you're offering to the world. I mean, as long as you're bringing out positive information, everybody can be negative. Just as long as you're providing positive information, people are going to respond to you. And then even if somebody is negative towards you, then you can actually take some of the positive comments that you have gotten and then obviously save all of your positive comments. When people say, thanks for doing this, which people have been telling me that they've been saying thanks, for, providing good information. Thanks for, providing, I don't know who else just tuned in. Who was that? Chris Carvajal. What's going on, Chris? How you doing? Just, provide, I guess, positive information to people because, everybody's listening negative. I mean, there's negative things. You turn on the TV. That's one reason why I don't watch too much TV is because everybody's negative all the time. You got negative news, you got negative TV. I wasn't supposed to go on this tangent, but obviously I guess it's just coming out of me. So I might as well just keep rolling. But the thing is, negativity is all around you. You got to have some type of positivity. If you're a positive person and if you're putting positive things in you, then obviously positive things are going to come out of you. And then obviously people are going to relate to you because all they're seeing is negative, but then you have a different message that is, providing positive. So people say, they don't know what to say. Actually, just get on the camera or just write down positive things and just be positive to people, just get out and say positive things because a lot of people are, they really need positive information, all the negativity that is going around. So just spread positive energy, positive words provide positive energy, which people are connected to positive energy. They say opposites attract, but actually, even like attracts because obviously there's a statement in chemistry that like begets like. So if you, if you're providing positivity, then obviously you're going to produce positive people are going to be around you. So well, that's another thing. Just remove all the negativity from your life as well, because that was another thing that, if you really want to go live, you can't really, especially on the internet, if you want to put your face out there and do a lot of, personal branding and all that stuff, you really cannot be concerned about what people are going to say. You always have to have, you got to have a positive mindset. So you really need to put positive things in you. That way the negativity will not affect you that much. I mean, it's still going to affect you sometimes. Obviously, everybody gets down, everybody's affected, especially some people just know how to really pick people and just really know how to dig deep down into their skin and their surface. But the only way that you're going to recover from that and it's not going to affect you as bad as you need to have positive things in you. But back to what I was saying was if you're number one thing as far as, just doing anything, online or, just anything, period. You got to figure out what you're going to talk about first. So actually, I told this particular person to actually write down what they're going to talk about. So figure out what you're going to talk about, write it down, daily. And then once you have enough content, enough information, once you have that all written down, take that and go on camera, not live, just record yourself. Then the person said, well, that's the problem. I don't want to go on camera at all, but just say 1 or 2 sentences, start slow. Everything's a progression. If you try to do everything at one time, then obviously your body's going to, what is it? Like my wife told me earlier, what is it? Analysis of paralysis. So your body's just going to freeze up. I mean, it's a natural habit in us. I don't know the specific, I guess key words or the specific chemicals that actually, but I mean, it is pretty much, it's a process of the chemical reaction, hormones and stuff secrete through your body and all that stuff. So, I mean, it really makes you, paralyzed if you're thinking about doing too much at one time. So really what you want to do is you want to break down, because there's no way you're going to do. I mean, like somebody said, I think it was Dave Ramsey might have said this, but it's like, how do you eat an elephant? I mean, you can't just put the whole thing in your mouth. Being a human, your mouth can only go so wide. I mean, it's like you eat an elephant one bite at a time. So you pretty much have to break things down into different segments. So first, you figure out what you're going to write about. Number 2 is you go live. Say 1 or 2 sentences. Not live, but you just go on camera and you say 1 or 2 sentences. Yeah, my wife, she started this actually a lot longer before me, and she has a ton of content on her page, which she says I did not she said this is, pretty much what she did the first time I did that when I first started recording myself first. And that's actually, what you want to do. You just get on camera and just say 1 or 2 sentences. If 1 or 2 sentences is too hard, then just say 1 or 2 words. And then that's it. I mean, you just, then you progressively go there. And then actually, I think somebody said about maybe 2 weeks ago, they mentioned this, where you can actually take your video and you can upload it. I think it might be called a premiere on Facebook Live. I do a lot of things on Facebook, which I don't know if other platforms. Actually, I saw this today or yesterday or early this morning on YouTube, where they actually have a premiere video, but I don't know if that's the same thing as going live or not. But you can actually take your video where you just filmed it on your phone, not going live, just a regular recording of you just like, pretty much taking a picture, but you recorded yourself. And then you put that on Facebook. And you upload it, which it'll actually give a presentation. And I think the live button will come up there forever, how long, so often. But I mean, a lot of people that go live, because people like interacting and stuff with it, they like to see you go live. I used to think about, I guess it was, obviously Saturday Night Live, they still do that, which obviously, there's just the expectation of, I guess people just have that they're drawn to the fact of this guy's just going live. He has no script. He has no nothing. Or even if he does have a script, he's going live. He can mess up. I don't know what the, I guess, infatuation with going live is, but a lot of people like to see live videos. So, and they actually engage and they actually promote. And then plus Facebook is actually pushing live videos more than they're pushing regular videos. But obviously more people are going live and stuff now because they got all kind of platforms. It's not as easy to get your word out as it used to be, probably maybe even 2 years ago. But now they got platforms and everything that everybody's going live. But Facebook is still pushing live videos, pushing videos in general. But and that's the situation. So just progressively get started. And then, once you get used to being on camera, then you can start going live. And actually, you don't have to go live for, 10, 20, 30 minutes or whatever, just start slow, just go live, say hello and goodbye. I mean, you can do that. I mean, who cares? And then you can just delete it off your screen, or you can just go live. Actually, I use a platform, Be Live, which there's no affiliate links or anything. So I'm not getting paid or anything like that. But obviously you can see it. I don't know. Actually, you can't see it. If you have the free trial, you can see it. You can try it free for, I think they give a 2-week free trial. So that's pretty interesting. You can do that, once you get comfortable on camera, just get a 2-week free trial of Be Live, and then you can actually just start using Be Live and going live. And because they actually have a test only screen where you can just go on, pretty much just test, and only you can see it where it's going to your page. Which some reason it's doing that on my account, so I have to go in and adjust it on my page when I go live. I got to figure out why it's doing that. But anyway, there's multiple ways that you can do this. So yeah, I mean, whatever you want to do. I mean, if you really want to do something, and then, the situation came up, as far as, or the question came up as far as procrastination. And that's one way that you can prevent procrastination, is just by doing small tasks. I think personally, procrastination comes when you look and you say, well, I got to do this, this, and this, where you have a ton of goals that you need to accomplish or a ton of things you need to accomplish for the day. But yet, if you break down those goals and you break down whatever you need to do, step by step, and you periodically do those things, then obviously you'll accomplish your goals, and then you won't meet procrastination. Just do one little thing at a time. I mean, even I know it's hard to get started. That is the hardest thing. Once you get started, I mean, it pretty much is like they call it the snowball effect, where once you get started, you're pretty much riding off of momentum. I mean, you have pretty much momentum, and once that snowball gets started, then obviously it builds up momentum, and it keeps going and going and going down the hill. So just get started. That's the number one thing, is just get started. I mean, just write one word. Then once you write, start speaking that one word on camera, or maybe not even on camera, just start speaking, period. Then the next step might be going on camera. Then the next step might be, getting Be Live, or even just going live. Because actually, you don't even have to use Be Live to do that. You can just go live on your Facebook page, where you can just send it to yourself, and then you can actually go back and watch yourself live, which that kind of helps me, even though I don't have that much time to do that. I really like watching, because I used to hate to hear my voice on a recording. I used to hate to hear my voice, used to hate to see my face on the camera. But now, I get more comfortable with it the more times you keep hearing. Actually, I think that's some type of complex, or, not really a complex, but I guess it's just a human nature. It's a specific word. I think Ty Lopez talked about it, where he said, it's just a lot of people just don't like hearing their own voice on camera, because I guess it just sounds weird or whatever. So, oh yeah, so it was actually Pachi. So I don't know if she wanted me to say her name or not, but yeah. So she just take some of these things, Pachi, and just implement them, and use them to actually just get started. And so I mean, yeah. And then I was telling her about every I guess situation was like I said, everybody has a story. I mean, you can just talk about, products. That's what it was. So then products came up, because that's kind of what I'm doing too. I'm actually trying to get into selling digital products. So actually, just everything that you're writing about, you can pretty much generate that into a digital product. And you can, pretty much first you just have to figure out, the type of audience that you are looking for. You got to find your right audience, because I was telling her that, people will buy from you. I mean, you just have to find the right audience, because I mean, like I said, there's people out here selling all kind of stuff. And then, especially once you find the right niche, I mean, it doesn't even necessarily have to be a niche with people with a lot of money. When I say niche, I just mean, I guess, specific topic or a specific group of people that you want to go after. And like I said, right now, I'm trying to help agency owners. But, a lot of people might think, agency owners, oh, yeah, they're going after businesses and stuff. They have money and all that stuff. But the thing is, especially a lot of the agency owners that I am actually trying to target, they actually do not have a lot of money, because they're actually just starting out and they're working jobs like me. So, I mean, they're still 9-to-5 employees. So they're trying to continuously pay their bills, buy all this software, buy all these programs, get training. They're limited on time and they're limited on money. So just because you think that, you don't have to have, you don't have to go into a niche, you might say, this niche isn't popular enough, or this topic isn't popular enough. People in this, topic don't have a lot of money. That's irrelevant. That's your mind talking. And like I said, people will buy. So I guess some of the things that you were writing about, some of the topics that you were writing down about, some of the topics that you were talking about, figure out how to develop them in a PDF. And then if you're limited on content, my mentor actually taught me this, as far as if you're looking for content, just figure out, first what topic you're going after. Depending on whatever topic that you are going after, you need to figure out what people are talking about in that topic. Like, say, for instance, let's talk about, we're talking about sports. So let's talk about, if you're talking about a specific type of sport, actually, if you're talking about sports in general, think about, what is going on around. Like right now, obviously, there's a lot of bowl games and stuff going on. So college football is big. So you might want to Google just sports, or even Google college football, and then see what topics are being trended on Google, because Google is your friend. You can use Google to figure out any type of content that you can talk about. So there's always you never run out of ideas. And somebody once said that a good artist, what is it? A good artist creates their own stuff, and then a bad or what is it? A good artist, creates their own stuff, but then a great artist steals. So I mean, you pretty much look at all the other. I think they talked about maybe Picasso. It was that he actually how he did some of his paintings was actually looking at other people and their paintings, and that's how he developed the idea for his painting. So there's your content right there. I mean, there's nothing new under the sun. The Bible talks about that, where all the information that you pretty much all the information that is here has already been used before. And oh yeah, great artist steal. Yeah, exactly. So thanks for that, Jacoby. And yeah, so I mean that's the thing, is there's nothing new under the sun. So everything that you see, everything that you are pretty much doing right now, everything that you're looking at, this computer monitor is pretty much, has already been developed, but yet people are still making money off computer monitors, even though, it was pretty much just like a TV screen transitioned into a computer monitor. And actually, I got a TV screen on my right side, and I got a computer monitor that I'm actually looking at right now. So there you go. You just took a TV screen and then you reinvented it into a monitor. So I mean, there's a plethora of ideas, and the ideas are unlimited. So don't let that be an excuse, the fact that you don't have any content to talk about. And then I know that actually what Pachi and I talked about, actually you can take some of those ideas that other people are using from on the other side of the United States and the western side of the United States, and you can actually use their same ideas, but just put them in your own words. There's nothing wrong with that. So I just wanted to get on here, go live real quick, just to let you know there's no excuse for you guys. I mean, if you want to supplement, obviously there's other things you can do, but this is what is working for me. And it can work for you, and actually working not just for me, but for a lot of other people. This is how my mentor made $6,000 yesterday already. I'm pretty sure he's probably about $12,000 or $13,000, yeah, in 2 days by today. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, Jacoby. I mean, using a TV monitor, using a monitor as a TV, or to me, TV monitor as a monitor, hook it up to your computer. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and I will be back on here sometime soon, whatever. But just take this information. Let me know if the information is, helpful or not. Send me a text message or something, because speaking of mentors, actually my mentor's mentor just got on here. So obviously I'm getting, a couple of eyes. People are watching. Andrew Cruzy, what's going on? That was actually the guy. You can go to his page. He's right here. I don't know if he's going to comment or not. I don't know if you can see the likes or whatever, but actually he can, he's the one that I was talking about yesterday, where he made like $400,000 last year. I don't know. You can get him to tell the story. I'm still waiting on the interview. Andrew, hit me up in my inbox. I'm supposed to interview him. Actually, he said, let's set it up, but I know he's very, very busy. Him and I think it was J.R. Reavers, they just went and they just actually, I mean, that's the benefits of, having your own business, your own online business, where you can pretty much travel from anywhere in the world, and you can just pull up, as long as you have internet access, you can work on your business. And him and J.R. Reavers just went and spent a week or 2 weeks with the monks. So that's pretty interesting. I don't know too many people who actually have the time and actually the willpower to do that, to spend time with monks. But yeah, you can go to his page, look him up. He just did a post. Believe it or not, I mean, the internet is providing people with a ton of money. So I just wanted to, and there's Michelle Lynn. I actually just got formally introduced to her by Dean Bithell out of my mastermind. And that's another thing, the internet's connecting people who normally you could not connect, because I think she is in California. I'm not sure. But anyway, I know Dean's in California. He's on the other side of the United States. And I can talk to him via internet and just have conversations with him. So actually just start, guys. I mean, it's the beginning of the year, January 2nd, already 2 days down. I mean, if you don't start now, when are you going to start? I mean, technically, you're 2 days in the year already. Have you the goals that you set, the resolutions that you set, but you know how I feel about resolutions. If you don't, then you can go check out some of the other videos on my page, which is pretty recent, should be at the top on my personal page. And you can just check those out. Because I really don't believe in resolutions. But anyway, I know you guys have goals. I know you have resolutions. Have you already, faltered and already went back on your resolutions? I know some of you guys wanted to lose weight. I know you wanted to go to the gym every day. Have you even signed up for the gym? Because if not, I mean, more than likely, you're just going to do the same thing, because February is going to come around. You're going to be in the same situation as you were last year. 2019 will be the same as 2018, 17, 16, 15, 14, and on and on and on. So at some point, you're just going to have to start. You're just going to have to make small steps. I mean, yeah, even going to the gym, just start doing push-ups at home, start doing sit-ups at home. I mean, that can help tremendously. That way, when you get in the gym, you won't even be as sore. So just start today. I mean, I guarantee you, if you start today doing something, if you start today eating healthy, if you start today, reducing, your caloric intake, then obviously I think that, it's going to actually progression. That's the momentum and everything like that. So just, really, I probably should have labeled this as, instead of how to get comfortable on camera, it probably should be how do you get started, just one step at a time. But yeah, so you guys have a good one, and I'll be back soon.